What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Logisticalstyles coming at you with another video, and this time we're going to do a short video and I'm going to be showing you an issue that I'm having with my Rane 70. We'll get into it after the break. Welcome back YouTube. Like I said in the beginning, this is going to be a short video, but I'm going to be showing you an issue that I'm having with my Rane 70 mixer. This is a replacement mixer that I got a few months ago when I was having trouble with my original Rane 70. That mixer was sent back because I was having issues with audio coming out of the headphone jacks and even a little distortion coming out of the main outputs of the mixer. Rane was nice enough to replace the mixer and send me this identical version of it, but I've also been having some issues with this one. It's nothing major, but it's enough that it's kind of going to become an annoyance because I'm trying to use this feature. Basically, it is the display on the mixer. I'll get an overhead shot so you can see what I'm talking about, but let me describe it first. It's really easy to replicate, at least with this mixer. What happens is when I turn on any effect, any of the internal effects, it even happens with software effects actually. I noticed this when I was doing my deep dive video into the Rane settings. I had an issue where playing with the settings or ingesting the setting, playing with the effects or engaging the effects causes the display on the mixer to move up. It scrolls it goes up and then the top comes from the bottom, and it just constantly does that. You can definitely trigger it by turning on an effect, hitting the paddle, and then changing the depth knobs. As you move the depth knob, you definitely get that issue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the camera over so you can see it. I'm going to start with a fresh boot of the mixer, and then you'll see how easy it is to replicate this problem with the Rane 70. Hopefully it's not something that affects all 70s. In fact, I know it's not, because when I've asked others about it, I get kind of a split response. I'd say maybe I've come across probably about 5 other people, either on social media or the different DJ forums, that have mentioned that they have come across this. And usually the only way to fix it is to do a reboot of the mixer. And it's not that big of a problem because the function still works, the effects works, the depth knob will work and adjust the depth of the effect that you're playing with. But it becomes an annoyance when you're looking at the screen for some quick information and suddenly the BPM is no longer on the bottom, but it's on the top, or other information on the screen is not where you expect it to be. This has always been a reason why I've been hesitant to get mixers with screens built into them, like the 72. I had an option to choose between the 72 and the 70, and I went with the 70 because it had a smaller, less complicated screen, and I figured there would be less chance for error coming from that screen. Guess I was wrong, but let's get into the overhead look and you can see what it looks like when I am playing with the effects. Okay, here we are looking down on the mixer. Right now, I've just rebooted the mixer. I'm using Serato DJ Pro 2.5.9. I've already downloaded the Rane app that you can use for the control panel. There's not anything that really controls the display in that app, but I do have it installed on my Mac, and I'm running Big Sur currently right now, but this was happening even before I updated when I was on High Sierra. So basically what happens is, like right now, you see the Rane logo with the BPM for each deck at the bottom of the display. If I were to play with the depth knobs now, nothing happens, and that's the way it's supposed to be. If I hit the paddles, nothing happens, and that's the way it's supposed to be. When I go into the onboard effects, each effect is going to have a slightly different screen based on the parameters that they want you to be able to adjust. So let's go into echo. You see that it shows you at the top of the screen that I am in the echo mode. You can see the level of the depth, the beats, and then the BPM at the bottom. If you go into reverb, you get a similar display, and then as you go in through the other effects, you get the idea. It tells you at the top what effect you're using. You have a little meter that shows your depth knob. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. shows your depth knob, and at the bottom is where you would have your BPM. Now, if I engage the effect, this time nothing's happening. If I engage this one, nothing's happening. But now watch what happens when I start scrolling. See, the second I touch the depth knob, the top of the echo label came to the bottom, and above it is the BPM. If I scroll more, you see that it just continues to change just because I'm using my depth knobs, and they'll just keep doing that. And eventually you can try to get it to match up a little bit. So now this is the way it's supposed to look. But if we turn off the effect, oh, this time the Rane actually showed up. But a lot of times, even if I get the screen showing correctly under the effect, if I hop back out and go into Rane, it'll still be messed up. Now, messing with the depth knobs in this mode right here without the effect turned on doesn't do anything, even hitting the paddles. But the second I hit effect and start turning the scroll knob, the depth knob, I start getting this with the screen. And like I said, this is a fairly new mixer. This was sent to me as a replacement for another issue I was having with the headphones and the output. But this is it's weird, and the only thing you can do, like if you get out of it, you see that the Rane logo is in the wrong position and the BPM is in the wrong position. And this happens every time. The only way to fix it is to turn the mixer off, turn the mixer back on. You get the Rane logo where it's supposed to be. And then after it does its little boot up sequence, then you get the screen the way it's supposed to be. But without question, if I hit an effect, start turning my knobs, I get this. Now, it doesn't affect or doesn't interfere with the way the mixer works. The effects still work normally like they should. The depth knob does control the parameters of the effect like it should. It's just the display that's constantly moving like that, and it becomes a slight annoyance. And then when I cut the effect off, I'm left with a screen that looks like that. And like I say, the only way to fix it is to do a reboot. So what I'm doing this video for is to show people what I'm experiencing. I've seen some threads where they bring it up on the Rane DJ forum and they ask, or the support from Rane asks for a video. Well, this is a video showing you what happens. And I'd like to get some feedback from you, the viewers, to see if you've experienced this. Does it happen frequently? Are you able to trigger it the same way I'm able to trigger it? Just maybe kind of a fact-finding video. So reply in the comments when you get a chance. Let me know what you think, and be on the lookout for more videos. Until next time, I'm out.